Hi guys, so I would like to read on Kanye West. As you may have heard, he announced that he's running for president. What I want to know is whether this is just some sort of PR stunt to sell an album, which I think he might have coming out, or is he like sort of like, my concern being like, is he gonna be like the Jill Stein of this election, and sort of, because he has been acting like he likes Trump. He wears his MAGA hat, and it's just like, who is controlling you? Where, like, it starts to make me think, are you tied up in all this stuff too? And now you sort of got Russian loans or something. I mean, whatever this group is that controls Trump and others. Is he gonna actually take a step? Because no matter what, it's damaging. People are now gonna be writing in Kanye West. I don't know if those would be real voters anyway, but it's just like, it's not funny if it's a joke, in my opinion. But let's read the cards. Okay, Kanye, what's going on with you? Are you really seriously running for president? Is it all fun and games? Or is there something more to it? Okay, so what I see, here's my read on that. And I do feel a little better. It's not the terrible extreme that I was afraid of. What I think here, I do think that they thought about maybe really having him run for president. I mean, anyone, can do it. It is too late, I think, but maybe they could have tried to get him on the ballot. I don't know. They thought about it, but not very seriously. It's upside down. So they were like, should we do it? They were trying to come up with ideas, I think. And by the way, before I even started turning cards, I had decided that a pentacle could represent like an album or a song. A Knight of Pentacles tells me maybe it's just a song that's coming out. Maybe it's but maybe Knight means a new album or a new single dropping or something. Yeah, and then this Ace of Swords being maybe the full album eventually dropping. So yeah, so I think that's what it was. And this was just sort of an idea. I see this Queen of Pentacles at the top as a PR or publicist type that might have come up with this idea and thought it was funny and cool. Kanye in the past, having been this sort of, King of Wands kind of figure in the music industry and sort of wanting to make a splash and sort of come back strong. I mean, to have himself and the word president in the same sentence. And then I see Kanye, Kim, his wife down here also. And it's funny because it's King of Wands, Queen of Wands. It's like they're the masters. They're sort of the king and queen of publicity, being like shocking and getting attention. And that's what they did. I don't think, and I don't think it went well. And I think that surprised them because nobody's like really finding amusement out of this because there's so much anxiety around what's happening with the president and like worried about the president with Donald Trump and worried about what's going to happen in the election. And it's just like sort of this joke did not work. I see this judgment. This judgment card in particular in this deck means self-awareness. This guy, you can see the ring around his head. He's developing in his self-awareness, and I have it upside down, which tells me he just did not think this through. Also with the Hanged Man, which is also upside down. This is where I'm like, they didn't take enough time to think that through. Because this would say that they took time, this also upside down, this Ten of Swords, which would, in the hopes and fear position, I think they're just kind of like, they're in a state of anxiety. Did we screw up? Did we, I don't think this went well. This would be that they're in a really bad position. This is like upside down, like I'm not really sure how bad this has gone. He thought it was like a way of being like a rugged individual and sort of to play upon his mistakes of supporting Trump or wearing the MAGA hat in the past. I think this was his way of saying like, boom, guess what, I'm my own person. But what it just sort of looked to the rest of us is like, oh, you're another like Russian plant who's like owned by, you know, these Russian mob loan sharks, and they're making you run for president like they did to Jill Stein, which is still, I mean, I don't know that we have proof of that, but there's a lot of feeling on that. So I'm not really feeling that that is what's happening here, and that there was a different intention that just didn't go over well because we're not like in a joking mood about this right now. This, I think, is the tweet itself, this Page of Swords upside down. It sort of didn't go well. It sort of got misconstrued. It's upside down. This being like, the intent was like he wanted to be like, yeah, Kanye. And yeah, it sort of flopped, I think. And then, but this King of Swords here, which I studied for a while because I couldn't figure out what this was, I think that that you might see that Putin will sort of run with this and try to use it in the part of the disinformation bot campaign and telling people to write in Kanye West. That someone, or you know, whether it's Putin or whoever is sort of behind the Trump campaign, they might try to use this to sow confusion, that sort of thing. Should we be worried about that? At the base, I have a Page of Cups. No, we should not. I think it's going to, and then behind it was the World and the Ten of Cups. It will be like a drop in, you know what I mean? Like a drop. It's not something to worry about. This Ten of Cups, I'm recognizing more and more as the votes for Biden. This has been coming up for me, and it's just going to be so many votes for Biden or for Democrat. And this, whatever, this drop in the bucket, it's nothing. It's a silly little prank. The World being the completion card, like it's not going to affect the election. So that's good. Interesting read. That's what I got on that. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if anything stood out to you or if you had any thoughts. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.